Hello everyone! Today I will be sharing how mind mapping is one of the greatest memory tools that you can use that will allow you to maximize your memorization, your retention, and your recall. And the benefits that students and professionals can reap from mind mapping are endless. Here are just a few of those benefits. Both students and professionals come across large amounts of information on a daily basis, with which they actually struggle to deal with. Well, mind mapping is an excellent information management tool that allows you to manage information in a way that is natural for your brain. Also, mind mapping allows you to summarize information in an optimal way, allowing students to have the content worth 10 to 15 pages on a single page in the form of a mind map, which makes recall and revision extremely efficient. Additionally, students and professionals take notes on a regular basis, whether that is during lectures or during presentations. Taking notes becomes very easy when you mind map them. And when you're mind mapping the notes, you are actually able to understand and grasp what is being taught or discussed. Furthermore, mind mapping also enhances your creativity. And nowadays, the most valuable skill to have is the ability to be creative. Hence, being able to think out of the box, being able to come up with new solutions and new ideas. And mind mapping helps us with that. Mind maps were actually invented by Tony Buzan, and he specifically designed mind maps to work like the neurons of our brain. So on the right you can see is a mind map, and on the left are the neurons of our brain. Now, as you can see, they both start from the center and they radiate outwards like the branches of a tree. And this is the very beauty of the mind map, that it allows us to store and organize information in a way that helps our brain to remember that information. And this technique of mind mapping is already being used by Fortune 500 companies such as NASA, Apple, Disney, and many more. How does mind mapping provide us so much benefit? Well, for example, before I took the mind mapping course, I used to think that everything that was being discussed in the lecture was important. So I would end up writing every word. So my notes were basically an exact transcription of the lecture, which not only wasted my time and effort, but also didn't allow me to actually listen to what was being discussed or understand the concept that was being taught. And this was completely unnecessary for me to do because our brain doesn't store reams and reams of text. Instead, it stores keywords, images, and the connections between ideas. An example of this is highlighting. Now, highlighting is a very popular way of trying to memorize information. Why does highlighting work so well? Because when we highlight specific words, we are giving our brain keywords to store into our memory, which actually causes a minor increase in our memory retention of those words. Mind mapping works upon the power of keywords, images, colors, and connections, which allow us to present information in a visual way for our brain to remember, because each keyword on our mind map acts as a trigger for our memory, and it allows us to remember the bigger picture or concept behind that keyword, because our brain only stores information that is meaningful for us in the form of colors, keywords, connections, and sensory information, not a black and white page full of text. I was introduced to mind mapping when I took the course from my coach, Sanya Alam, at our institute, Futuristic Learning. And I took the course when I was struggling with my studies and my grades were just declining. That's why I took the course, because I didn't really know how to store all the information that students are given on a daily basis. So once I took the course and I started applying mind mapping to my study material, I was surprised at how effortlessly our brain is capable of recalling information. Because when I sat in front of my exam paper in my exam, I could literally see each branch of my mind map in my mind as if it were imprinted into my brain. And after that, I got my first A grade in my exams, and ever since then, I've been using mind maps everywhere. In fact, I've even mind mapped what I would share with you all today in this video. So as an example of how mind maps summarize information, here are 13 pages from an O-level textbook, and here is a mind map that summarizes the information of all 13 of these pages. So as you can see, mind mapping makes everything more fun, engaging, and memorable. In fact, I enjoyed mind mapping so much that I took part in the World Mind Mapping Championship that happened in Beijing, China, and I became the Junior World Mind Mapping Champion. How can you learn mind mapping? Well, you don't have to go very far for getting access to the best training for this, because my coach Sanya Alam has designed an online mind mapping course that anyone can do from the comfort of their home at their own pace. And this is an in-depth course that is designed to equip you with this asset. Sanya Alam has already trained thousands of students and professionals and transformed the way they manage information. This is a worthwhile investment that will equip you with the necessary skills to learn, memorize, and perform better than you ever have. That was all for today. I will see you all in my next video, and until then, be happy and be joyful.